Teaching the people. I'm looking out a window. Today is the 4th day of October, 2018. And I'm looking out a window right in front of me. And I can see the school. That is where teachers are teaching. Yeah. That's where students are sitting. And the teacher could be standing or sitting. It's been so long since I've been to school, I really don't know what the teacher does in school today. But I do know that men and women have been taken captive by traditions. This is an absolute fact. It's not, it's not thinkology or mythology, pathology, or whatever kind of ology you want to come up with. People have been taken captive by the traditions of men. And it's nothing new. But some things that are new, or would be new in this case, would be if God were to speak. And that really wouldn't be new. Or what would be new would be that people understood that men were speaking for God. And there are a few men that do speak for God. And there are a lot of people who speak and think they are speaking for God. And these will be disappointed when Jesus appears. They will be very disappointed. And I say that as nicely as I can. I'm not trying to offend anyone, but they are not going to be happy when Jesus returns, because some of them even had the thought that they were going to fly away, and that God has another planet, another place with a river, coming up out of the ground. Well, I'm not saying that God doesn't have another place. He could have 25 places. But I know that he's only going to send the Lord Jesus Christ back to one place. And that's this place. And I'm calling this place the earth. That I will be driving a truck, on the highway today. Jesus has never driven a truck. So there you go. But years ago, there were people, and they walked, and they talked, and they prayed, and they preached, and they spoke. Well, preach and spoke would be, pretty much the same. There have been many, I want to say this carefully, there have been many taken captive by philosophies and the teachings of men. There will be more taken captive by them in the days between now and Christmas. And Christmas is December the 25th. I'm sure that Christmas is December the 25th. And between now and then, many will be taken captive by the traditions of men. And they may be well-intentioned, and I'm sure they are. When Satan does appear as a messenger of light, he is very good. I mean, what can I say? Satan appears or goes or masquerades or goes around as a messenger of light. And when he has a man speaking for him, he has his way. What more can I say? He was not having his way 2,000 years ago with a few men. And those men were all around Jerusalem. There's only a few that have authority given to them by God. Jesus of Nazareth was one of them. Jesus of Nazareth has been given more authority by God than any other man that has ever lived and died. And there's no man alive today that's going to be given more authority than Jesus of Nazareth, whom I have read in the Bible. It says heaven. He has been received up into heaven, but he's not going to stay in heaven forever. Because the same book that I read that he went up into heaven lets me know that God will send him back from heaven. And when he does, God will show the world some of his power. Yeah. Jesus is at the right hand of power. The power of God. Something evidently people today have not got a clue. All they know about is what men have, taught them. And I'm afraid that most of these people have been taught wrong. And I'm sure that they will say that it is Bob McGee that's been taught wrong. We'll find out. It's just a matter of time. But on page 1709 in my Bible, I'll just read a few words. And this man, Judas of Galilee, rose up in the days of the census and drew away some people after him. He too perished, and all who followed him were scattered. So in the present case, This present case was a few years ago, although the case is still good today. In the present case, I say to you, stay away from these men and let them alone. For if this plan or action is of men, it will be overthrown. But if it is of God, you will not be able to overthrow them. You may even be found fighting against God. You don't, I don't, no man wants to be found fighting against God. So beware. There are men bringing a gospel and Jesus Christ, whom God raised from the dead, is going to be here. And I can say matter-of-factly that there are many making converts today. And they will have to give an account to Jesus, whom God raised from the dead. I'm looking forward to seeing him. I really am. Have a good day.